Hey, what's up guys, Riff here. So, today we enter day 4 of what's been dubbed as Collargate, where Hasan Piker has been accused of using a shock collar on his dog, Kaya, and really, his defense of this situation has been, not well received. As you can see, his YouTube video defending himself has a less than 50-50 like to dislike ratio. And guys, I've been on YouTube a very long time and I'm hated by a lot of people. Okay, I'm a very controversial person, but I've never had a ratio like this on YouTube. So I think that is really saying something. But yeah, there's been a lot of memes, okay? Hasan is basically being accused of shocking his dog Kaya because she simply moved away from her bed after hours of being planted on stream as a sort of prop. It's very weird. But of course, I guess Hasan dialed up his uncle Cenk from the Young Turks and said, "Hey, give me defense, man. Please defend me from these evil right-wingers like Asmongold."
Now, this brother comes along. I don't know who Assman is. People say maybe that he's got a following, but I've never heard of him, right? And his co-conspirator, Jägermeister or whatever, right? But this guy's talking about, oh yeah, run over protesters. I don't mind it, he said. So you don't mind extreme violence, running over somebody with a car, okay? But you know what? Why don't we instead arrest them for exercising one of the most fundamental American rights, freedom of speech? The one, remember, that you guys all pretended you were in favor of? I know some of them meant it, but apparently a lot of them, including Assman and Jägermeister, didn't mean it. They thought, oh, freedom of speech for me, to say that maybe you should be murdered or be made my slave. My freedom of speech, good. And by the way, I wouldn't cancel that. I don't mind him saying the terrible things that he says. Now we know who he is. So, and I'm not afraid of his speech. I'm not afraid that the majority of Americans are going to look at that and go, oh yeah, well, I think we should, instead of having freedom of speech, if anyone exercises freedom of speech in a way that I don't like politically, we should arrest them, take away all their rights, make sure they can't vote, and then turn them into slaves. No, 98% of Americans are going to be against that. But Assman thinks that's a great idea. So he's like, oh yeah, I'm for freedom of speech, unless it's left-wingers. How dare they protest our government? Let's take away all their rights. Did you see what he said? Make sure they can't ever vote again. And I don't know if his followers were like, what an idiot. We said freedom of speech, dumbass, okay? Or if they're like, yeah, we hate freedom of speech now that we're in charge. Let's turn them into slaves. Are 13 people watching that show? Who would like that kind of monstrously un-American piece of crap like that, who doesn't believe in America at all?
I don't consume content like this. I can't imagine that Asmongold, whatever his name is, I can't imagine that he is watching this show right now either.
So as you can see, Cenk is trying to big league what he describes as Assman, Asmongold, of course. And it's very ironic that this guy is trying to act like, well, as Hasan's uncle, acting like Asmongold is doing something that is so offensive and so dangerous. And yet, this guy, make no mistake, this guy right here will not, he refuses to reel in his own nephew, Hasan Piker. He won't do it. He has plenty of energy for people like Asmongold, but he won't reel in his own nephew. Words are nice, man. You can call out political violence and say it's wrong, and say, hey guys, let's tone down the rhetoric, but you don't have this energy for your own nephew. We don't believe what you're saying because of that right there. But this guy, he tries to big league Asmongold. And as they scroll down in this clip, he had like 3,000 live viewers on the Young Turks. I was watching this clip on Side Scrollers. I was a guest yesterday. And we had more live viewers than the Young Turks. That's a bit weird. The only difference is they make tens of millions of dollars. Make it make sense. But there's something very odd about this situation, how they're trying so hard to to downplay the influence of people like Asmongold. But, of course, some people had commentary about this situation, including Tectone saying, "No way Hasan tattled on Asmon to his animal R-wording uncle. What the F?" And It's a Gundam saying, "Guess Hasan complained to his uncle again." Yeah, there's a clip of Jank, Hasan's uncle, that just doesn't look great.
I believe that if I were the ruler, the benevolent dictator of the world, I would legalize bestiality where you are giving, you are pleasuring the animal.
But of course, many people have been criticizing Hasan over the past couple of days, especially after the shock collar incident, including people like Penguin Zero, Moist Critical, aka Charlie, who had this video where he was very bold about his criticism of Hasan Piker. Now, Hasan has come out with many responses where he's extremely upset with people like Moist Critical for daring to criticize him. And he says, except Moist Critical, streamers are really terrified of saying something. Yeah, well, dude, they're very terrified of saying something because this is what happens. They will be crucified by you and your unhinged community if they dare to say anything negative about you.
It's really sad because even streamers I thought you were friends with are saying you 100% did this. Who? Moist Critical? Is that who you're talking about? With the exception of him, I don't think any streamers are either legitimately terrified. Streamers are either legitimately terrified of saying something, or like all of the people that have been around, all the people that have been around me are like, or have been around Kaya and myself, are looking at this being like, this is the most insane thing of all time. They keep fucking texting me and being like, Dean's so cool did today. Wait, what did he say? I mean, whatever. It doesn't matter. It is what it is. It's also crazy knowing how much fundraising and charity you've done for local animal shelters. I know.
Well, it wouldn't be a Hasan Piker video without an appearance from his biggest sycophant, iDubbbz. So besides getting ratioed in every single video he uploads on YouTube, iDubbbz has been doing his best to defend his favorite content creator, Hasan. And he's been doing his best. In his recent stream, he went out of his way to very strongly defend Hasan Piker and confirm. I haven't seen the evidence personally, but iDubbbz has the very personal evidence where he can confidently confirm that Hasan is innocent and everyone going after him, they're wrong, according to this guy.
No, it wasn't confirmed, Hill Kid. It was confirmed that it was a vibration collar, or that the dog had a vibration collar. Not even that he used it. That's just what the dog has. Oh, thank you so much, Known Risk. Known Risk says, sometimes I worry about being online too much, but looking at all of this shit and realizing I never felt the need to have a parasocial online nemesis tells me I'm probably okay. Thanks for acting like a normal dude, Ian. Known Risk, it's hard. I'm trying, but again, by engaging in it, you are automatically not being a very normal person. No, it wasn't confirmed, Hill Kid. It was confirmed that it was a vibration collar, or that the dog had a vibration collar.
I don't believe you. I do not believe you, Mr. iDubbbz. You have proven yourself to be someone I cannot believe. I don't believe you. You are not trustworthy whatsoever. And apparently this guy's coming out with a content cop on someone in the coming days and weeks. it doesn't work anymore, man. Nobody trusts you anymore. You are a bad faith actor, but nobody else believes Hasan. iDubbbz can try all he wants, but nobody believes this guy. Nobody believes the story he is trying to spin, where he's saying this. First of all, he said there was no shock collar involved. Kaya simply tripped and, I guess, stubbed their nail, and that's why they yelped. And then he said, wait, hold on a second. That's not good enough. There was a collar, but it wasn't a shock collar. It was a vibrating collar. Do we believe this? Does a vibrating collar cause a dog to yelp? Especially given the fact that there is convincing evidence to suggest that he removed the prongs from the collar and also put electrical tape on it. Not looking good. But of course, Asmongold had things to say about Hasan and the fact that he was glazing Charlie, aka Moist Critical, less than a week ago, but now, well, Charlie had some free thoughts. Yeah, he had free will. And now Hasan is very upset.
This is what goes for like doing commentary on the internet, is just like, oh, these are the Reddit threads from some of the most like schizophrenic people you've ever actually encountered. This is all it takes for me.
I mean, here's the thing. Hasan was glazing Charlie less than a week ago because Charlie made a video that was critical of Israel indirectly because of Israel's censorship on social media. So I don't really think that Hasan has a problem with Charlie's content. I think that Hasan has a problem that Charlie's content is involving him. That's really it. I don't know what to say.
Did you hide the bad stuff from your friends?
Of course. I mean, logically, what about that doesn't make sense? You could say that it's not true, but like, don't be shocked that that's what somebody would say. Of course, that's what somebody would say.
I think this image really sums up everything we're dealing with. People like Ludwig, the only reason they would ever come out and defend Hasan is because, well, they're being forced to. This guy has been doing tricks on it for years. And as well trained as he's been, I have not seen anything from Ludwig defending Hasan, which is really interesting. But guys, I'm sorry if I sound a little bit like disheveled, a little bit tired today. I've been dealing with a very interesting situation involving people trying to cancel my wife, including some VTubers and former friends who are accusing me of grooming my adult wife and making her views more conservative. And then my wife, in turn, is being accused of grooming me into becoming more faithful in my religion. And then we have people like Darius down here, which we're going to talk about Darius tomorrow. Big man, as he calls me in my DMs. We're going to talk about you tomorrow, who has accused my wife of being an anti-vaxxer because she nearly died in my arms while getting a booster. A very traumatic experience that this guy said it didn't happen. He knows more than me about my personal life. And we're going to talk about his cowardly responses and deleted tweets attacking me and my wife. We're going to talk about all the people who have been harassing me and my wife for the most ridiculous reasons. But that, of course, is for tomorrow. But anyways, that's going to do it for today's video. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comments section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.